Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel Barbat-Lurins, and in this video I want to talk about my experience working alongside Daniel Salinas and the Sale.io. I've been on this journey for around 2 years now, a little bit more, and I've been in the high-ticket sales space working as a setter, working as an outbound dialer, and also got to the point where I managed DM setters, managed salespeople as well, without even closing. And end of 2025, I did feel very lost after leaving my managerial role and really, for the first time ever, betting on myself, but at the same time being extremely lost and stuck. I've pretty much just let go, and I just knew that somehow, somewhere, some sign is gonna come to me and I'm gonna just make it happen, because I was living in my apartment. I knew I had to pay the rent, and I knew I'm not gonna have any salary coming in, anything, and I knew I had around 1 more month to live up my savings. And I just one day came across Daniel's Instagram video talking about how he's closing deals, and he was sharing some valuable resources there, which I was requesting. And I started talking with him on the DMs. We jumped on a call, and even before the night before I booked the call, and even the night before our call that was already scheduled, I felt that this call was from something else, from somewhere else. I felt that it was a God sent signal. And as I was waiting on the call to happen the next day, I just had this weird feeling in my body, and I knew that I'm just somehow in the right place. I know it sounds corny, but it was real. And so we jumped on the call, we connected, and I remember I had my last amount of money, like I had $300, and I knew that I'm gonna send it to him. I knew I'm just gonna get started. And so I put my back against the wall, and I bet it on myself first and foremost. But I've also been able to do it because I knew that with Daniel, it's going to be the right decision. I've been following him for a while on social media, but after talking with him, I just had this internal feeling that I'm doing the right choice, and I'm making the right decision. And so we started working together, and for the first time ever, I felt like I got clarity around what sales actually is, and he was able to explain it to me in such a profound and deep way, how much more sales actually is than just selling for making money. Because of course, everybody wants to make more money, and everybody typically starts sales as a career because of their desire to make a lot of money, which is definitely fine. But as I said, I've gained such a different perspective around this, and I've realized how much sales is a self-development journey, especially if you surround yourself with the right people who are on the same path and who are operating from the same intentions and the same places, putting their heart to the right place and focusing on leading the other person to becoming a better version of themselves. It's truly, truly amazing, and it's something that I can't even describe in words. So just to give you some more tangible results, after working 2 weeks with Daniel, I've managed to, by the way, at the time, I am not working at any offer. We're just doing role plays after role plays and coaching calls after coaching calls, and deeply, deeply understanding what the principles and the concepts and the philosophies are of a true leader and a true salesperson who cares for the other person. And 2 weeks in working with him, I land my first role as a as a phone setter still, but with the opportunity to start selling and actually jumping on closing. And this is again. So after 2 weeks of working with Daniel, I land my first setting role, which was a phone setting role, with the opportunity to get into a closing position. And in the month of February, I managed to make a little bit more than $2,200, which was enough to pay my rent and also save some as well. Now in March, it's actually March 13th, it's my birthday today, and I'm pacing around $4,000 this month so far. And I've taken some sales calls. I have a manager and I'm working with Daniel every day. So it just, in simple terms, helped me make that breakthrough from being a setter and finally jumping into closing and actually believing in myself, because now I got the clarity and I had the not even the framework, but for the first time ever, finally, I had the core principles and the basics laid out, and the human psychology that is required to become a leader and a successful salesperson was finally accessible to me from one person, and I was able to focus on one particular core principle. Like, I was able to focus on one particular approach and methodology and really put together all those different pieces that I've heard from YouTube and from other resources. And so the community as well, it's been just amazing how powerful it is to have similar people who are on the same path as you, working together and actually leading each other, being there for each other, and opening our hearts, leveling up, becoming the best version of ourselves. This is really it. It could not be any better. So I'm grateful for every single thing that I've learned and I keep learning. We literally jumped off a call today with Daniel as well. He's showing up every day for us, taking care of us, and he really cares. I will say this, like, I have heard more and more stories and cases and incidents in the online sales space, and I know a lot of people are in fact unethical and they are just looking to take advantage of every person that is possible. But when I started this journey, I knew that there must be a different way, and thesale.io and Daniel has showed me that there is. So if you are on the fence, whether you're joining or not, just do it. That's what I could tell you. There's not going to be any other better community where they actually care for you more than here. And I'll tell you this with the calmest and with the most assurance possible. So, once again, using the software was also a huge game changer. Being able to get instant feedback from it, and then on top of that, Daniel showing it to us and actually going through it every single time, focusing on the right things that have to be changed, such as heart posture, understanding who the person that you're talking to is really deep down, and why they are not, and what they actually want. All these timeless principles and all these truths that are never changing is not just going to make you more money and help you help more people, but it's also going to help you become a better person and actually move and walk around this earth with the power that you already possess, but you just haven't let it off and let it out. And that starts by opening your heart and living with an open heart, joining sales calls with an open heart. So this is what I've really gained from Daniel and from the sale.io. I couldn't be more grateful. I'm genuinely excited for the next couple months and what is about to come, and for the next coming years. So once again, if you're looking for a genuinely caring community, then you already know what to do. Thank you so much.